Martial arts. It decides your fate as well as your life and death. The weak is humiliated while the strong looks down on the world. Martial spirit. The innate talent of the people in the continent is considered as the warrior's soul. It can be said that the achievements of a warrior is closely linked to their martial spirit. There are numerous types of martial spirit. Nature spirits such as fire, ice, hurricanes, lighting, etc. Weapon spirits such as knives, guns, swords and halberd. Beast spirits such as the white tiger, the crazy rhinoceros, the violent ape and the dragon snake. In addition, there are also many powerful soul spirits such as the immortal spirit. The martial spirit, it will evolve and increases its strength with its master's cultivation. The city of Ranchester, Grey family mansion. Leo Grey opened his eyes and stared at the ancient and unrefined room. In this strange yet familiar room, his eyes revealed a hint of bitter frustration. To think that I survived. Leo Grey whispered in his heart. At that moment, his bitter smile vanished and a hint of a smile appears on the corner of his mouth. That's right. He was originally a senior student from Crimson Hollow School. However, due to a car accident, Leo Grey crossed over to another world and ended up possessing a junior that shares his name. Leo Grey felt somewhat depressed, but it was not due to the face that he crossed over to another world. On Earth, he was an orphan and was single-handedly brought up by his grandfather. One day, after seeing Leo Grey's college admission notice, his grandfather finally felt relieved and died due to overworking. He left Leo Grey enough money in his bank to pay for his college. This amount of money can be considered a fortune in the village. And for his grandfather to save up this last bit of inheritance for Leo Grey, he neglected his health. Leo Grey studied very hard in college and would always get best scholarship. He wanted to rely on his own effort to change his fate, to fulfill his grandfather's wish. But Leo Grey gradually understood that no matter how hard he worked and how much effort he put in, it means nothing in this era where your parents' influence plays an important role. During his senior year internship, a cocktail party was held in one of the hotels. During the party, a wealthy second-generation kid made a female student that in turn with him drunk. After that, people started to silently leave. Understanding what was happening, Leo Grey went to stop him. In the end, his 4 years of effort came to naught. He was expelled from school on the grounds of indecent assault on his female schoolmate. In fact, the evidence was irrefutable as the female identified him personally. His kind-hearted actions bite him in the end. He was sued by the female he helped as well as the wealthy kid. With both witnesses and evidences there, Leo Grey, who has neither money nor influence, was unable to fight against the lawsuit. His fate at that point of time was already sealed. Sentenced to jail for 8 to 10 years, he was completely derailed from society. When he saw the wealthy kid and the female schoolmate happily hugging each other when being affectionate in an Audi car, Leo Grey jumped into a random car and with a smile, he drove into the Audi. Leo Grey vaguely remembers the two fearful yet dirty faces that contain the dirtiness of this corrupted world. In his previous life, Leo Grey no longer has any lingering worries. Therefore, he was not depressed due to the fact that he crossed over to another world. He was depressed due to the fact that he seemed to have possessed the body of a trashy young master with a trashy spirit. This young master Leo that possesses the same name as him was originally an outer sect disciple of Celestial Path sect. In the Celestial Path sect, he was frequently bullied by his own cousin, beaten nearly to death and finally kicked out of the sect's doors. It was due to the fact that the young master was half dead did Leo Grey manage to seize the opportunity to cross over and possess his body. Since I managed to gain a new life, I will never let the tragedy repeat itself, Leo Grey said while he lay on his bed and clenched his fists. To the young master soul that was reluctant to completely disperse, Leo Grey said, "Do not worry. From now on, you are me and I am you. I will no longer let myself be bullied." Having fused with majority of the original, Leo Grey, soul, Leo Grey was very clear on what kind of world he is currently in. The strong is respected. As long as you have sufficient strength, all power and influence would have to bow down in front of you, and this includes even the supreme imperial authority. And to those who seek to walk the martial arts path, not only do they need to have talent above others, but they would also need to have a strong heart as well as incomparably tenacious will. The former young master, Leo Gray, was somewhat weak, but him now is different. The current Leo Gray barely escaped death and crossed over to a different world. In addition to the pain and suffering he went through, his will is no doubt much tougher than the young master, Leo Gray. It was as if the soul felt Leo Gray's strong will, it finally started to slowly weaken, and at last the two souls fused together perfectly. Hong. The moment the soul fused together, Leo Gray felt the soul tremor and the stun knocked him unconscious. Time passes and Leo Gray finally opened his eyes again. His brow wrinkled slightly and he carefully felt the throbbing of his soul. Sitting up, Leo Gray moved his conscious. Immediately, a particular atmosphere spread. At this moment, Leo Gray felt that he was wrapped in shadow. Did you hear? Leo Gray, that trash is still not awake. I bet that he is near death. Ha, a trash like him is better off the sooner he dies. He throws the face of the Lin family. Their talk in the distance had traveled to Leo Gray, yet he was not angry. Instead, he showed a strange look. The voices apparently transferred from a long distance away, yet him now could hear everything clearly. Not only that, he was able to hear all the noises within several hundred meters. Moreover, Leo Gray discovered that his vision became even better and he became even more sensitive to his surroundings. In addition, he suddenly understood the previously misty and unclear marital arts path. Moving his conscious once again, a small snake spirit appeared behind Leo Gray. Its small body curled up. This snake was the one that people laugh at to be a trash spirit. As the snake species is unknown, he was unable to increase his ability. Twin spirit. At this moment, Leo Gray was not worried about the snake spirit. Instead, he had a stunned look on his face. Slowly, a hint of smile appeared on his face. That's right. The Black Mist spirit was a newly awakened spirit. Even though he does not know what type of spirit the shadow is, but with the snake spirit, he possesses two spirits. A person that was born with two spirits is also known as twin spirit. In fact, in the mainland, people who can cultivate two spirits are known as geniuses. The trash that everyone looked down on at this moment had twin spirit. Let's call you the dark spirit for now. Leo Gray showed a faint smile. To be able to have twin spirit must be due to his fused soul. Having two souls being combined into one, having two spirits is not surprising. As for this spirit's ability, at this moment it would seem that it is able to enhance his physical fitness. Closing his eyes, Leo Gray began to meditate. Slowly, the world's essence started flowing into Leo Gray's limbs and bones while nourishing the body and martial spirits. 2 hours later, Leo Gray stopped meditating and started to emit a milky foul air from his nose. Right after that, he felt that his whole body became fresh and he felt carefree as even the soreness of his body disappeared. So this is the cultivation of a warrior, fascinating. Leo Gray looked at his fist and with just a little strength, a crackling sound full of energy sounded out. The speed of his practice seems to be faster as compared to his memories. Leo Gray walked out of his room and in front of him was a huge courtyard. In the courtyard, wooden stakes and stone pillars are there for him to practice. Arriving in front of the stone pillars, Leo Gray used the martial technique, 9 heavy waves. The wind started whistling and pierced the air. It was as if space was being twisted by waves after waves. Ha! At this point of time, Leo Gray shouted. He straightened his waist and abdomen and sent out a meteor-like punch onto the stone pillar, creating a loud thunder sound. The stone pillar instantly exploded into piles of dusts and scattered onto the ground. Moreover, the air pressure continued on even after shattering the stone pillars. The air pressure produced several loud sounds and caused the air to move forward like waves. This air pressure created cracks at another stone pillar 2 meters away. This punch should have over 6,000 gene strength. Leo Gray was very satisfied with its effect. Right now, his power has been restored to the peak and his chi has reached the 5th layer. Even the martial technique, 9 heavy waves, that he trained in has turned even stronger. Previously he could only achieve 5 heavy waves, but now he had actually broke through to having 6 heavy waves. It was due to his breakthrough that he was able to use his chi and send out 6,000 gene of strength. Seems like the dark spirit not only enhanced my vision and hearing but also my speed and comprehension. Leo Gray smiled. He being called trash was not only due to his snake spirit but also due to his poor comprehension ability. The talented at his age would have already reached the 6th chi layer or higher. Yet, he was only at the 5th layer. In addition, his comprehension ability was also lower as compared to the others. Even when he practiced only one martial technique, he was stuck at the 5th heavy wave, causing him to be ridiculed. But now, the cultivation problems he faced seemed to vanish with the appearance of the dark spirit. Being able to enhance the overall martial arts quality of a person, it seems that the dark spirit is no ordinary spirit.